Hey, and welcome back to CTLA4 Chronicles. Today, I wanted to, I don't know, kind of touch base on like what our CTLA4 journey looks like because it's everybody's journey is different, and it doesn't matter if you have the same rare disease as somebody else. Like, there's a lot of similarities and stuff, but everybody's journey is different, and like your diagnostic odyssey is different. So for us, the variant that we found is a novel variant, which means that it hasn't been reported in people before. But there was a study done on mice, I think, I don't know, back in 2017 maybe, called knockout mice, where they genetically modified these mice and they actually gave them this almost the same mutation that we have at the stop codon, in like the same location on the gene. And what happened to those mice, where all of the mice died before adulthood due to lymphocytic infiltration into their organs. And what that means is that the brake for the immune system, CTLA4, was turned off completely, and it just led to excess proliferation of T cells, and they go on and cause crazy damage and organ failure. And now people are different than mice, right? So, like our family, if we had both of the CTLA4 genes the way they are, it would probably be similar to those mice. But because the gene only came from one side and it impairs the whole like protein, but there's still one working gene and one non-working gene, and it just leads to problems. With that being said, Yale and probably some other doctors are actually writing a research paper on our genetic mutation, like specifically ours in our family. And I'm going to put up the poster that they used at one of the immune deficiency conferences earlier this year. I got it in an email earlier this week, and I think it's really cool because it puts our whole family and like everything that we've lived through since we've kind of figured all of this out onto a board where, like, yes, it was for doctors, so it's got a lot of medical jargon and stuff, but it goes through everything that we went through, and like Catalina and the fact that I had a transplant for this, and like the scientific studies that they've done just on the cells. It's like, for me, I think it's really cool, and I'm just kind of nerding out about this, but whatever. A lot of the testing and stuff that we did was here stateside. But we did send blood to Germany at one point, and we had there's like a whole research team over in Germany that studies CTLA4. And it was unfortunate that the cells didn't get there, but there was another team in England that didn't need our actual blood. They just needed, I don't know, magic or whatever. And they were able to do experiments on like our cells and what it would look like in vivo is what it's called. Because in vitro is out, in vivo is in the body. But it's crazy because at the beginning of this, like, we were told that it was all in our heads. This wasn't happening. I remember my mom going through that and like not getting answers. And then she got diagnosed with an incredibly rare autoimmune disease called hypocomplementic urticarial vasculitis syndrome. And ultimately, I think that's what took her life, like complications from that and the like medications and stuff that she had. And all in all, like, she was never really treated for CTLA4 deficiency because she died 2 years before it was even discovered, which is also crazy to think about. And the fact that, you know, if we didn't have Catalina and she wasn't so sick, I probably wouldn't be here today because we would have never known what was wrong. And that's a miracle in itself. It's crazy when you put these puzzle pieces together sometimes.